Nice. Now the choir. Woo! Alright, alright. I think I got something. Here we go.
Hi, my name is Haleigh Cundari, and I'm an alumni of Safford High School, class of 2024, and I'm currently working at Safford High School as the Film and TV Parapro. On behalf of Safford High School and the David M. Player Center for the Arts, I'd like to welcome you to these presentations, which were produced by the Safford High School Film and TV program and SBNN, the Safford Bulldog News Network. As you watch these presentations on all three screens, I'd like you to remember that the history of Safford High School is way too vast and storied to be contained in just one video. Every single aspect of every single school year, every event, every performance, every football game, every sporting event will not be portrayed because, to be honest, it would be an impossible task. Instead, we feel it is important to get the essence of Safford High School and draw on old memories from the past, and look to the future of Safford High School with positivity and hope. Are we rolling? Okay.
Well, I feel that we're getting a lot of Bulldog alumni spirit and stuff back that we didn't used to have a few years ago. So I think long as we're still hiring alumni from Safford that care about the valley, care about the school, I think we're pushing in the right direction because we're getting the people in the right places. Okay? So long as we continue that, we need to hire people that care about the county, this area, and especially the school and the kids.
Hi, my name's Chris Murphy, and I'm a teacher here at Safford High School. I teach film and TV production, and I used to teach English for a number of years before that. I'm also the administrative director of the David M. Player Center for the Arts. I'm so glad that you're here today, and I think it's fantastic that we were able to put this project together to honor the legacy of those who have been students here at Safford High School and who have graduated from Safford High School. I also want to point out that we're talking a lot about not only our legacy, but what's happening in the future for Safford High School. I remember being a student here at Safford High School. I was active in some sports. I played baseball for 3 years. I also played football for a year, and I loved every moment of that, pretty much. And I also was in band, jazz band, Taste of Sound, all the music programs under Dave Player during my tenure here at Safford High School as a student. I enjoyed lots of friendships, not only with my peers as a student, but also relationships and friendships that I've had for many, many years with staff members and others associated with Safford High School. I have worked with several of those people over the years and continue to work with many of them. And I hope that my students are able to feel like I care enough about them, like my teachers did, that they will actually want to continue to have friendships with me after they graduate high school and move on in life.
My name is Scott Green. I work at Safford High School as well as the 3 elementary schools. I teach band. I have high school, marching band, concert band, jazz band here, and then I teach the 6th grade bands at the elementary schools. So one of the things I've actually been thinking about is seeing more SHS graduates and alumni going on to get teaching degrees and coming back to teach at the Safford School District. I think having homegrown teachers really helps build a whole lot of the school community and builds up our teaching staff really well. So.
Hi, I'm Kathy Koch. I was known as Kathy Mooney back in 1988, the year that I graduated. I currently work at Safford High School. I teach juniors and seniors. I started my teaching career at Ruth Powell. I was a 6th grade teacher. 7 seems to be the magic number because I stayed at Ruth Powell for 7 years in 6th grade, moved up to the middle school where I taught 8th grade for 7 years, and then I moved to the high school where I am currently on my 6th year of teaching. It's led me to doing my master's degrees and teaching some college classes, so it's been a really interesting progression, but I currently just teach English.
Hi, my name is Mickey Hawkins. I was Mickey Mack in high school. I teach PE here at Safford High School now, and I graduated in 1994. Woo! Yeah, so I moved back here and started teaching 5th grade. Then I graduated to the middle school where I taught 7th and 8th grade English. I taught home ec there, and then I finally graduated up to the high school, taught biology last year, and this year I'm teaching PE.
I am Mr. Smith. I teach here at the high school. I teach freshman and junior English, and I graduated from Safford High School in 2016. Some of the most impactful things that I got from Safford High School were some of the teachers I met, and honestly that's why I decided to become a teacher, was some of the people that I met here at the high school and inspired me to want to teach kids as well.
Well, I think the greatest thing that happened to me when I was in school was Mr. Fonce and Mr. Kimball pulled me into the office and told me about, what things I need to do to help reach my dreams. And they was like counselors, and they talked to me like a man. You know what I mean?
More importantly than the place where we went to physically go to classes, play our sports, perform our music, is the people. The people are far more important than those things. And the things you've heard and the things you're going to hear in this project, coming from those who experienced it, revolve around the people and experiences they had with the people and relationships they've had with the people. The people are more important than anything else.
What's up, guys? Justin Gaethje, excited for homecoming week. Can't wait to be home. Some of my fondest memories of Safford High School are honestly just the friends that I would get to spend every day with. Going to school, so many different activities, all the pep assemblies, all the sporting events. It was all such a great time. I never thought it would go so fast when I left. And, I remember thinking that I couldn't wait to grow up, but I miss Safford so much. And my friends are what I miss the most.
I'm Leslie Swap. I teach world history here at great Safford High School. And I am a class of 95. Homecomings and all the stuff that we used to do because everybody liked to get involved. When we did hall decorating, it was the entire hall and everybody did it and it was super fun. So that was a good time. Everybody knew everybody because we talked. It was the day before cell phones.
I loved high school. I played sports, so I hung out with friends from sports. I took some of the advanced classes. I loved anatomy. We got to dissect cats. Probably my favorite part about high school was that we did not have phones, and so everybody was friends. You actually had to talk to people, and all the different social groups just came together and were friends with everybody, and I loved that.
April Moreno, previously Johnston, Safford High School. I am the athletic secretary. We're a different generation. We didn't have cell phones. We borrowed our parents, and there were these big black bricks with the antenna. So we really spent a lot of time with each other and face-to-face contact, and it was a different generation for sure. We hung out a lot and had some really good friends.
My name is Brad Reynolds. I work here at Safford Unified Schools at the high school. I'm a football coach and I'm also the PE and weights teacher, and I graduated in the class of 1996. Honestly, there's some of the teachers that I really enjoyed throughout the school years. At the time, I felt like they were being a little hard on me, but in reality, down the road, I realized that they were teaching me lifelong lessons. I got some really good memories of Mr. and Mrs. Guzik, BB, Mr. Koch, Mr. Durrell, Senora Jurado, who retired last year, also Miss Moon, who retired a couple years ago. And also, I believe Mr. Fight was his first year here. And he actually had a full head of hair. I think by the end of my freshman year, he ended up losing it all.
Well, I had a lot of really great teachers that really inspired me to do a lot of cool things. Mr. Burnside was my PE teacher, and he was very scary, but I remember him taking us to the bowling alley for a bowling unit. And one of my friends, I won't mention who it was, would flood the bus. And when Mr. Burnside would come out, the bus wouldn't start, so we would be late for the next class, and I don't know, it's probably not a very good thing, but I'll never forget that. It was so funny.
My name is Tad Jacobson. I'm a principal at Safford High School. Being around the teachers in high school, Mr. Cotter was influential to me, Mr. Birdsall, like I said. But at the time when I was in high school, I wasn't a very coachable kid or I wasn't a very academic kid. I came to school for social reasons, and so again, it was one of those things where I graduated and wanted one more year back. I wanted to come back to Safford High School for a 5th year, just to do things I should have done the first time. And I think that says a lot about Safford High School. I wish I could have had one more year to make better choices, better decisions, and to make better memories. And so that's why I became a teacher and a coach. And so it's been nice to come back and serve the students.
My name is Stephanie Nunley. I am a special education teacher. I teach English for students with IEPs. The fondest memory I have of attending Safford High School is just the unity that we had as students. We're a small rural school, so you pretty much knew everybody, and the people you didn't know, you got to know pretty well. So the teachers were always very kind, very helpful, and you just got to spend time with a lot of different people, especially if you played sports or were a part of clubs.
Our goal was to win a state championship, and that's something that we took very serious, and that was one of my favorite memories, was being able to play basketball with the same group of guys for about 6 years in a row, and then having it culminate in that moment. But what I learned from that moment, most of the stuff I learned wasn't so much centered around basketball, but what it took for me to be able to play. And I didn't really realize how much of an influence my teachers and my coaches had till after I'd graduated.
My name is Clay Koch. I teach government, econ, and American history at Safford High School, have for the last 32 years. And I'm a member of the great 88, the class of 88. We went undefeated all year, won the 3A South Conference in the year, well, it was the season of 87, but graduating class of 88. Playing first team to play on the new football field here at the high school. Every other team had played over at Baker Stadium until then, so our senior year was the first year we played over here at the new stadium. We really enjoyed like our assemblies, getting into them, making friends, spending time with your friends while we were here, and a lot of the teachers. I think back on a lot of my teachers and how important they were to me while I was here, and I really enjoyed getting to know them afterwards, especially when I came back and started teaching here. But I would say all of the activities and the sports and the things that I played while I was here, and being involved with the spirit of Safford High School and the history.
My name is Nora Rogers, and I'm the Student Support Service Provider at Dorothy Stinson and Leif Nelson. One of my favorite memories was Mr. Farr's class in Spanish. We were all trying to learn Spanish, and he was really good at it, and we weren't. And at one time we had to sing a song together, but he just made it so fun, and we laughed so much in that class. I had a really good time in that class.
My name is Erica Morales. I work at Ruth Powell. I teach kindergarten. My sophomore year for Turnabout, we were decorating the halls, and I don't remember what our theme was, but we needed a prop, and that prop was a shopping cart. And so we had gone to Bash's to borrow a cart, and then the police ended up coming to get us and took us back to Bash's to take the cart back. But luckily we didn't get in trouble. But that's not a good story either about being a good bulldog. 2006. Way to go.
Hello there, my name is Tiffany Taylor. I work at Safford Middle School, and I teach 7th grade English. The bonfires, being on the cheerleading squad, doing gymnastics, just being silly and goofy, not worrying about social media, about me getting posted and looking silly. We had a lot of fun just being together as a team on my cheerleading squad, and just going to school. I loved going.
My name is Donnie Evans, and I teach 2nd grade at Ruth Powell Elementary School, and I'm from the class of 2008. I had a really good class. Like, they were very spirited. They were very into all of the things like the hall decorating, homecoming, you know, any events like that. And so because my class was super spirited, we always had tons of involvement. Everybody was there. Everyone was participating. I remember homecoming, like the bonfire, that was always the best night of the week. So just like anything that was like extra in high school was really fun.
I graduated in 2024, and as my time as a student at Safford High School, I did a lot. I was in the film and TV program for 4 years. I was student body president my senior year. I did cheer for maybe 1 or 2 years. I was in FBLA. I did a lot. That's all I can say. I was very involved, and I really loved my time here at Safford High School. I think one of my fondest memories of being at Safford High School was my senior year. It was homecoming, and it was right after the bonfire. The Black Moods had come to perform for all of us, and I was in the front row. I was singing all the songs, and I was just having a great time. And then Mr. Jacobson pulls me aside, and he's like, "Hey, do you want to get on stage with the Black Moods?" And I'm like, "Yeah, of course I do." So they called me up there, and I got to sing a few songs with them and jam out, and it was just, honestly, I think about that night a lot. It was probably one of the funnest nights of my life.
Sarah Hawley, Ruth Powell. I do PE. Like, Mr. Koch's class was a lot of fun. I feel like in his class he was very like involved with the students, and there was like one time that we were all supposed to meet at the CFA, and all week we were supposed to meet at the CFA, and there was one time that I just stood in front of the door and waited for the entire class, like, and everybody was over at the CFA, and so the next day he put a poster on the door that said, "Sarah, remember to go to the CFA." So I was pretty called out, but it was cool because it felt like personal, like, oh, okay, like my teachers see me, you know.
My name's Karen Ramirez-Ragland. I work at Dorothy Stinson School. I teach 4th grade. So this was in a closet somewhere, and Jimmy Guzik said, you know, she dug it out, and I asked if I could be the Bulldog. Well, I guess they kind of asked around, did anybody else want to volunteer or try out for it? Nobody would. So I did that my junior and senior year. I think a bit of my sophomore year. I can't really remember that far back. And so I was the Bulldog. I got to travel the cheers and do all that, and it was super, super fun. And I really enjoyed how the kids would come run up to me and go, "You're the Bulldog." And after I graduated, I would have people tell me, "Oh yeah, I remember you. You're the Ramirez girl. You're the Bulldog." And I thought, you didn't remember that I ran track or that I was in band. You didn't remember I was student body, officer. You didn't remember any of that, but you remembered I was the Bulldog. And it irritated me for a while, but it doesn't irritate me anymore.
I'm Laurie Gowan. Back when I went to high school, I was Laurie Gabbitas. I work at Ruth Powell Elementary. I teach music. I also remember Mr. Player getting really annoyed with me being late for band rehearsal when we'd have marching band practice. I'd walk on and he'd be like, "Gabbitas," and look at his clock all the time. So
I remember our times with Dave Player, who isn't gonna say something good about Dave Player. He was the best. Band, jazz, drama, all the classes we took with him. He made everything fun.
So I was involved in the band program when Mr. Player was directing the band, his band. And I mean, every memory I have kind of centers around jazz band and the fact that I knew this amazing person that I think about a lot because he was really my favorite teacher. And although I'm not a music major, I didn't wind up teaching in the music programs. I think about it almost every day. It was a great way to connect with high school. We were taken to a senior honor band by Mr. Player. It was just Karen Ramirez and myself. And we had to dress up in formal wear, and Karen had convinced him to take us to Red Lobster. So we were sitting in Red Lobster in all of this formal dress and everything, and all the waiters were like, "Are you guys famous? Why are you here? Why are you dressed up like that?" It was kind of a silly story, but it was funny because we were getting a big kick out of that.
Herman Andrews, Jr. I'm the head wrestling coach here at Safford High School. Been here for 100 years, both in school and as a coach. I graduated in 1987. When we played football, we dressed out at the field house. And as we got dressed and we started heading down to the football field, there was a chant that we would sing. We're the Bulldogs, the mighty, mighty Bulldogs. And we would sing that all the way. And when we got to the arena, everybody else was singing it, welcoming us to come out to start warming up. We would be driving and chanting, and when you got close enough, our band was so grand, you would hear them play our fight song, and as the fight song is winding down, you would hear everybody in the crowd doing the chant. People hated to play us. We played large schools. We played anybody that would play us. When we showed up to an arena or gym or anything, even from DECA, FFA, band day at EAC, people hated to see Safford coming because we were so dominant across the board. Didn't matter if it was sports, academics, band, whatever it was, they respected us as we showed up. So, or they disrespected us because they didn't want us there, however you want to look at it. We were really feared across the state for anything that we did that had Safford on it.
I'm John Boniface, 29 years here as a coach, teacher, and as assistant principal and principal. I was principal from 1984 through 1996. I remember coming in the summer of '67, the year that B.B. Andrews had graduated. I had an opportunity to watch him in the All-Star basketball game in Flagstaff that summer and knew that there must be a lot of talent in Safford to have kids of that caliber.
I really would like to acknowledge all the coaches, the teachers, middle school, Leif Nelson, Dorothy Stinson, along the whole way. I was, truly blessed to have so many good role models in my life. I had so many teachers that held me accountable and made sure I was, working hard and making the right choices and always correcting me when I would mess up, which was often. And I needed that. I needed that as a kid. I needed that as a human, and still today. So, and I get to think back of those life lessons I learned from those teachers and coaches when I was a kid. So that's my favorite part about being from such a unique and special community like Safford.
I think the greatest thing that we had when I was in high school is unity. We had a group of guys that was serious about school, getting a college education, and playing professional sports was our goals. So we all hung around together behind the old gym. And every lunch hour we was together trying to figure out what we had to do to reach our dreams and stuff. So it was pretty nice.
Well, I could tell you what shaped probably 99.9% of the athletes at Safford. It's a gentleman named Rob Norton. Then it became Michael Booty at the middle school. Rob Norton was a grade school. He's the one who made all these athletes because he did intramurals and he had kids active. They ran before school. They did intramurals during school. And then when they got to middle school, one of the winningest middle school coaches was Michael Booty. He won, I don't know how many games before he left to go to Roswell or Ruidoso. He went to Ruidoso. And then you bring in Donna Moore, who was also another competitive coach and teacher. And those people were shaping our athletes as we were coming up. So if there's gonna be credit, it should have been credit from when we were in grade school, because we were playing marbles. We would fight over who's gonna win in marbles, and it was okay.
My name is Kim Martin, Dorothy Stinson School as a 4th grade teacher. We had a very close-knit class. We had a lot of friends that we graduated with, and we were all very close. Nobody went away not having friends.
Sabrina Smith. I work at Ruth Powell School as the resource teacher for grades 4 through 6. But also developing those friendships at school that turn into mentorships along with like lifelong friendships.
Jasmine Crisp, Dorothy Stinson Elementary. I teach 4th grade. I cheered all 4 years of high school, and I was captain my junior and senior year, and I met my best friends through cheer, so that was a really big part of me.
Amy Schertz Zimmerman, Safford High School. I'm the attendance secretary. Unity and Spirit, Homecoming, Cruising Maine. With Homecoming, we had the snake chain that we would do down Maine, and that was good. That was fun.
My name is Shayla Smith. I work at Dorothy Stinson. I teach 1st grade.
A big one was our senior year when we beat Thatcher at Thatcher for our senior year football game. It was really cool. It was a good one. We all stormed the field afterwards and celebrated, and it was a good time.
My name is Kamala Crockett. I work at Dorothy Stinson. I teach 2nd grade. I remember before football games, we would tailgate, and that was super fun. I don't think it was like a school thing, but a bunch of students would get together and we would tailgate before the game as they were warming up. I thought that brought a lot of unity, and we had a lot of fun doing that.
We had just moved from Old Main into the new high school. There were lots of changes that took place. And one of the things we didn't have is a cafeteria. And so a couple of my friends, Marvin Nuttall and a couple of them, actually opened a snack bar for the freshmen that couldn't drive. And then we all got driver's license, and we started to drive us to the various fast food places around town. And so that helped a lot until I had a Toyota Jeep, and it was blue, Bulldog blue, and they had irrigated the field. And I decided with some of my friends that we were going to do some, quote, mud bogging at that point. And as we were driving through, one of my wheels fell off in the mud bog. Yeah, it wasn't the best idea. And John Boniface called me in and said, Kim, what are we going to do about this situation? So it was quite humorous.
I loved the football games. Friday night, I remember specifically there was a football game where they brought the fire engine in, and I was a cheerleader there, and so we were able to ride on top of the fire engine, and it was a lot of fun.
David, I'm class of 93. I now work at Safford High School. I teach government, economics, and U.S. history. I remember homecoming, so powder puff football. I remember Rob Stockson and George Christie dressing up in French maid outfits as cheerleaders And I don't think anybody knew that was coming. I don't know if you know Rob Stockton, but if you can picture him in a French maid costume, it was pretty significant.
Janessa Green, used to be Janessa McGregor, Ruth Powell, and Mount Graham High School. I'm the nurse. I really liked English. Mr. Osmond was my teacher at the time, well, one of them, and he was always just so laid back, and he made English fun. And then choir was always a good time.
I'm Emily Larson-Klontz. I graduated from Safford High School in 1992. I work at Safford High School. I'm a math teacher here. When I think about my high school years, there's just a lot of little memories, a lot of everyday memories, just standing in the hall, hanging out with my friends, eating lunch at Taco Bell, band trips, sports, hanging out at football games. So it's just all those little details added together.
My name is Shalindria Lund. I work at Ruth Powell School. So I was really involved in clubs and extracurriculars in high school. I actually was one of the few people who did the first year of film and TV, the first year that it was there, and then one of 4 people who continued that into the second year. The second year was there. Unfortunately, I couldn't do it longer because that's when I graduated. I was also a really big member of FBLA, Future Business Leaders of America, and I have a lot of fond memories with that. And I was also in the marching band.
I am Melissa Dodge. I am the assistant principal at Safford Middle School. I enjoyed the extracurricular activities that I was involved in. Yearbook, flags, I did DECA when it was there.
Kristen Clifford, Safford High School. I teach American history and world history. I was in student council, I played softball and basketball. I even did like FFA and academic team and all of that. I loved all of it. So that's what I think about when I think about high school.
Jocelyn Larson, Safford High School, I teach math. You know, we always had a great time just like every day. Like it wasn't, homecoming was great and turnabout was great, but the day-to-day stuff was a lot of fun. I played 3 sports, so we were busy all the time, and I was on the yearbook staff. We just did a lot of stuff all the time.
Hello everyone, my name is Owen Price, and I am the student body president here at Safford High School currently, and I'm graduating in the year 2026. So far, my experience has been pretty great. My freshman year, I wasn't really involved in anything, and that was a mistake I made. But that's something that I definitely worked on throughout the years. My sophomore year, I was much more involved. Junior year, I finally joined student council and became the vice president of my class. And eventually, I ran my senior year, this year, 2026, for student body president, and thankfully I won. It's definitely hectic in the best way right now. We have homecoming week coming up, and everyone's excited, I can tell you that for sure. It's been going great with our students. I mean, I don't know, the vibe's great. Our CTE programs are constantly getting better and better. Like, I am so happy with the opportunities that I've gotten so far. Some of the CTE programs, for example, are like our film and TV class. Great. I mean, if you want to go into video production at all, or if you just enjoy being in front of the camera, this is definitely the thing for you. It's so much fun. I feel so involved as well in that. Definitely another one of our CTEs is FBLA. FBLA, I've started my own business just off of the classes that they teach. Another one definitely is autos. Autos, every single kid that goes into autos has came out with a great impression of it. And I feel like that definitely helps out the school a ton, because the kids are way more involved in that. They love it, and I can see why. I feel like one of my main experiences that I've had recently is getting involved. Getting involved has taught me how to speak to people, how to communicate with everyone, and like, I feel like I'm able to plan my future definitely more securely. So there was one incident that I absolutely loved, and it made me feel so much more involved in the school. It was whenever we had our Powder Puff night last year, probably this week last year actually. I was out on the field helping out our film crew film the game, and me and a couple of my buddies were out there on the field. It felt like I was involved in everything, and we had the whole class cheering and everything like that. It was great. It helped me gain my confidence, I feel as if.
Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. She was looking kind of dumb with her finger and her thumb in the shape of an L on her forehead. Well, the years start coming and they don't stop coming. Fed to the rules and I hit the ground running. Didn't make sense not to live for fun. Your brain gets smart but your head gets dumb. So much to do, so much to see. So what's wrong with taking the back streets? You'll never know if you don't go. You'll never shine if you don't glow. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. Only shooting stars break the mold. Hey now, you're an all-star. Get your game on, go play. Hey now, you're a rock star. Get the show on, get paid. All that glitters is gold. Only shooting stars break the mold.
You could be the hero, you could get the gold. Breaking all the records they thought never could be broke.
Yeah, do it for your people, do it for your pride. Are you ever gonna know if you never even try?
Do it for your country, do it for your name.
Cause there's gonna be a day when you're standing in the Hall of Fame. And the world's gonna know your name. Cause you burn with the cross flame. And the world's gonna know your name. And you'll be on the walls of the Hall of Fame. Be a champion. Be a champion. Be a champion. Be a champion. The walls of the Hall of Fame. Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers. Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions, be truth seekers. Be students, be teachers, be politicians, be preachers, Be believers, be leaders, be astronauts, be champions. Standing in the Hall of Fame.
Sometimes you gotta stay in, and you know where I live. Yeah, you know what we is. Sometimes you gotta stay in. Welcome to my house, baby. Take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house. Baby, take control now. We can't even slow down. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Play that music too loud. Show me what you do now. We don't have to go a while. Welcome to my house. Welcome to my house.
Turn his TV off, turn his TV off. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off.
I'm a firm believer in this. When you're a bulldog, you're a bulldog forever. So your legacy matters, your future matters as a bulldog.
What do I see for the future of Safford High School? I see pretty great things. I mean, the staff currently right now is so supportive of all its students. I mean, we have just some great people here working on Safford High School right now, and I guarantee in the future they will be helping us out a lot.
We have a lot of things going for us now. You guys have a great program. FFA have a great program. We have a great facility. I mean, outstanding facility. And so I think if we continue to add to our programs and stuff and not slack off because of money, figure out a way to go out and get grants or find money and continue to do what we're doing. And I think we're headed in the right direction.
I think right now, Safford High School is getting better and better every day.
I think we have really stepped up a lot of our programs here. We offer more CTE programs here than anybody else in the Valley, and they're the best CTE programs too. They're run fantastically. We have some really amazing teachers here, and I think the spirit that was kind of wounded here from COVID and things like that is on its way back up, and I think Safford High School is the place to be.
I would hope that Safford High School would continue the camaraderie that they have, the spirit that they have. I look around the campus now and see what Tad has done with this campus, the blue and white. It just makes me really smile and think what a great looking building and facilities we have. And so as we move in the future, I just hope that parents will support the school. I know how difficult it is to be a teacher. We need to support our teachers, and I hope that the community, I know, does that to a degree, but I hope it continues to increase.
Honestly, this school has a lot of really great kids. Whether you're involved in SBNN, whether it's any of the arts, music, dance, any of the athletics, or just the normal kids that are here, there's tons of great kids. So my vision is to see you guys as the younger generation succeed. I would like for you guys to come anywhere 5, 10, 15 years down the road and come up to us as teachers, all of us, and be like, hey, this is what I'm doing with my life. This is my family. This is where I've succeeded. I think that's kind of our vision as teachers, that we want to see you guys succeed.
So when you have a chance for parents to come onto our campus, and I think the way we do our conferences these days is fantastic, because you get a chance to look at our facilities and see what we're all about and meet our teachers here. Take advantage of that, and students, like, encourage your parents to come on campus and meet our staff and get to know us the way that we know you and interact with you. And I think that would build a good sense of community, so that we're all on the same page with a lot of things. When we get to know each other, we're all part of the same community. We're Safford Bulldogs.
So what I would tell a young parent with kids is, don't try to live through your kids. Let your kids be themselves. If you can do anything for your kid, just support them. Push them down the right path, and they will make you proud. And in wrestling, we go to tournaments and we see parents about to kill their kid because they lost a match. Like it's a world championship, or it's not that serious. Build off of your losses, because that's how you become great people.
I just hope that kids continue to have Bulldog pride, continue to get involved in sports and band and student council and SBNN and all of the great things that we have to offer here. Because I really feel like, even since I've graduated, we have so much more to offer students.
My vision of Safford High School is to continue to grow and be better. Give kids like me opportunities to make their choice, whether to explore the world or stay there in a beautiful community and work in the mine and choose that stable life, or go out and explore. Safford taught me that there's always home. And when I have a home, I know I can go out and explore, and then always have the comfort of knowing I can come back to my hometown. My vision is for it to always be my home, and I love that place.
Well, I hope that our traditions continue, but I also hope that we are pushing forward and creating new traditions, and we have. Our homecoming week, we do something. We're a little bit bigger. I know people probably would want to argue, but I've been through 30 plus years of homecomings now, in all 3 phases, and we have the school open and we're doing stuff all night long, every night. We have assemblies every day. This was generated by a very active student council class that we created. It's during the daytime and not voluntary. And so we have a lot more activities, and these kids are building what they want to do. So we still have things that are traditional Bulldog activities, but now we've added things that this generation is excited about, and it just keeps building. We've had so much fun, homecoming weeks and spirit weeks and dress up days. And so I think moving forward, we have to understand that there's more opportunities for kids than ever before. We have dual enrollment. We have more teachers teaching dual enrollment on campus. We have more kids going to college. We have more kids doing CTE and trade stuff than we ever have. I applaud our staff and I applaud our kids for stretching out and growing and doing things that are outside of the norm. And yeah, I like the future of Safford High School. I think that we're doing some incredible things for kids, and super proud to be a part of it.
Do I have any parting thoughts as it's my senior year of Safford High School? Definitely. I could see the future of Safford High School as just great. That's the only way I can explain it. It's going to be amazing. I mean, if they have all the programs they have now, they were able to do this in the last 5 years. Imagine what they can do 5 years down the road. I'm excited for it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much for watching, and we hope you enjoyed this experience. And we hope that as you walk away from this experience, you take 2 things with you. Remember the legacy and look forward to the future.
This is SBNN, the Safford Bulldog News Network, your source for everything Safford High School.